So I'm joining you today at the piazza, which is right next to the admissions booth. And behind me, even though you can't really see it very well, is a feature called the Moat. It's an interesting feature with an interesting story. The Moat originally started as a roadbed. This was the original roadbed for South Miami Avenue. It's not really apparent from what you can see behind me because it's actually below the grade of the rest of the piazza. James Deering requested that South Miami Avenue be moved from here to where the road currently sits today to create more distance between his property and the outside world. As a result, a section of the Rockland hammock grew in the space between, thereby preserving this native Florida forest. Although James Deering's primary motivation was likely to secure privacy for his new winter home, his actions still led to the preservation of a native forest that may have otherwise been destroyed. Underneath the roadbed was fossilized coral, a type of limestone, and it was suitable for decorative purposes around the museum and in the gardens especially. And this stone was mined and then carved and then applied to the garden features. And so as this was mined, they got deeper and deeper and deeper, and it became a security feature called the Moat, which they tried to fill with water. It didn't work. They tried to fill it with cacti and agaves, and that didn't work so well either. And the reason for that is because this is basically fossilized coral and sand. It's an old coral reef, and that's very porous, and the water would just soak right through. Eventually, they just abandoned it and let it grow in. An interesting and recent use of the Moat has been as a site for an artist installation. The artist participating in our Lost Spaces program installed a exhibit called Lost Highway, which aimed to recreate, in essence, the original roadbed of South Miami Avenue. Now, originally, when they were trying all these things with the Moat, such as filling it with water, filling it with cacti, and so on, they were very careful to keep the viewshed clear so you could see from one end to the other. And if you were to look to the south, the view would be clear all the way to the Casbah, which is still in existence today, but is on the property of the Archdiocese of Miami and LaSalle High School.
For more stories about Vizcaya's gardens, visit vizcaya.org/bloom.